To discuss more about this, we're being joined live from our studios in Kano by a senior lecturer, Federal University of Gusau, Dr. Abubakar Sadiq Haruna. A pleasure having you with us.
Thank you very much.
Now, Dr. Haruna, given what is playing out at the moment, do you think the Almajiri system of education is sustainable?
Well, Almajiri system of education, as it is at the moment, requires a major overhaul and a kind of an upgrade in order to fit with the time. Considering the situation we are, the COVID-19 should be seen as a turning point for reordering the whole Almajiri system so that we'll have a very perfect educational system that can go to every child in Nigeria. Because as it is now, the purpose for which Almajiri system was established in the past is gradually being eroded, and therefore there is need for government at all levels to look at this issue with a very critical look so that we can have a perfect system that can go with the time. And this perfect system has to do with the introduction of what we call integrating the Almajiri system into the mainstream Western education system, such that the education, the Quranic education and Islamic education being taught at the Almajiri schools will be taught alongside with Western education so that the student can have benefit of it and can also have the opportunity of being continuity, that is, opportunity of getting certification and getting recognition. And that can also help beneficiaries of this facility to be able to be recognized by the society and also be given the position they deserve in the society. Because as it is now, we have also you observe that majority of pupils who pass through this system, many of them, studies have shown that 6 out of 10 of these pupils don't even return back home. Their parents don't even know where about them. They sometimes end up being consumed by some of these diseases and consumed by hunger, and sometimes they also fall victims of this banditry and insurgency. And a recent study conducted in Kano last year showed that 97% of pupils complain that their parents don't even know where they don't even visit them in the Almajiri school. And even the condition in the Almajiri school is not even comfortable and befitting for children to dwell in and even learn. And it's not even convenient for learning. And therefore, the pupils there don't even get the purpose for which they are sent in. So,
Dr. Haruna, if I may,
fend for themselves. Yeah.
If I may come in, some have argued that the system is embedded in culture and religion of the people, but we know some other countries where the religion is practiced, but they don't have this Almajiri system.
It was a kind of a metamorphosis, because Almajiri system, of course, was in existence like in Pakistan, like in Egypt, and some countries like Malaysia and even Indonesia. But because of the change in time, they metamorphosed. In fact, they had to change the system in order to conform with the Western education system. And that is why they're making benefit of it. But in our own society, we put blames to, although it is not worthwhile to begin to shift blame, but we have to accept that 3 groups of people are responsible for this menace. The parent of the Almajiri, the elites, and of course the government. If these 3 groups can come together to look at this problem, of course you can have an integrated, an inclusive kind of education that even the Almajiri and the society will cherish. And this is where we call on government at all levels to look inwardly on in this issue of Almajiri integrated model school. Look at it and revitalize these schools and see how the school can be put to use. The curriculum there is a very friendly one. The teachers there, of course, can be upgraded by giving them some kind of training. Certification can be introduced there. The teaching of secular subjects alongside with Quranic and Islamic subjects can be matched together in such that the Almajiri can now be put in a place where they can be given adequate education. But the problem is we must accept that politics must be out of this. because in most of these states where these institutions are established, politics goes in there, corruption comes in there, and the schools suffer out of it. And if this, the recent ones established in places like Sokoto, we observe that the facilities being installed in such schools are no longer there. They have been taken away, and nobody cares to even check what is happening there. So
Dr.
government
Haruna,
must be serious, seem to be serious to look into this. This is a very serious issue that we have to, especially at this turning point, this period in time, we are in a very serious, critical moment where the COVID-19 should be seen as a turning point to reorder this issue. We have to face this problem squarely. We have to keep our blames. We must come out and look at this matter squarely and professionally so that we get ourselves out of this problem.
Now, Dr. Haruna, briefly, can you tell us your reactions on the relaxation of the curfew in Kano State? Just briefly.
Action on?
The curfew in Kano State.
Well, the curfew in Kano State is more of a placebo rather than panacea, because I look at the whole thing as being a kind of caricature of what we expect to see. There is a policy that people should stay at home. Then the policy is only working on the main street. But if you go into the interior, there's something is like it's not even existing. Well, they sit at home, and even isolation, of course, is not seen. Very major roads. So government should also deploy security agencies to the interior part of the cities to ensure that the rules are complied to the latter. Otherwise, the problem we are scared of certainly will come in, and that's what we don't pray it comes into Kano. This is our fear.
Dr. Haruna, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us on the News at 10.